Oh, there. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lighting. I can't figure out why it looks like there's a heat of 1,000 blazing suns outside this window here with the blind in front of it. It's not even that bright. I don't know why it looks like that, but this is more like a radio program anyway. Anyways, I'm trying to calm down because I didn't lose my temper all the way, but I lost my temper part way, which um, I have an in-home psychologist therapist that comes, and she was here today. From first, she got here early, which wasn't cool because she never seems to have a good grasp of when the actual appointment is. But it's my house, so what do I care? Um, so I'm like, yeah, let me put a shirt on, and you're here a half an hour early, but whatever. And so I'm talking to her, and I'm, you know, talking about my situation. And the first thing I did was I pulled the blinds and I said, "You see that gray house right there?" She's like, "Yeah, the one with the chipping paint." And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "That was a meth cookhouse until July the 6th when the police came and raided it, and every police in the city was on this street." She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It was been a nightmare around here for like a month." I was like, "I'm still not sleeping right. I still got all kind of repressed rage, and I almost gardened my property here. I've only had two things stolen. I had a nice shovel stolen out back that I forgot that I had out there because I got a little mini garden out back. And I didn't take that shovel in, and of course it got stolen. And I'm lucky though nobody's tried to break in yet so far. So anyways, I'm talking to my therapist and accessing these negative emotions, most of which involve blood, involving my living situation. And who walks up on a porch in full sight but the first guy that I seen make a drug deal 2 months ago in front of my building? And so I start to lose my temper. And I'm like, and look who's here. The first guy that I seen make a drug deal in this bleep. This guy, what am I bleeping myself in this goddamn building? And while my therapist is sitting there, I'm saying, yeah, this guy out here is a drug. And I got a loud voice. I'm like, yeah, this guy out here is a drug dealer because he's got to walk past my door. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a drug dealer. He's a dealer. I know he's a dealer. And I'm saying it at top volume without yelling. So I know that he hears me. And if she wasn't there, I would have opened the door and shit would have jumped off. It's like, I can't live like this. And my body's in too bad a shape to fight. And, it's a lot of stress, man. So anyways, I was like yelling at this guy through my door about him being a drug dealer. And I'm like, can't open the door. There's a woman present. What. And she was like, thank you for not, like, I told her, I was like, man, I was close. I said I was close to opening that door. And I said, but then you were here, so what am I gonna do? Say, hey Emily, get that baseball bat out of my closet and get my back. She said, thank you for not opening the door. I'm like, yeah, just watch yourself walking out of here. And so, yeah. So after she left is when I called my landlord, and my landlord told me, see, these people were given a ultimatum, I guess, that they had to be out of here by Sunday, uh, 2 days ago. And of course they didn't move, which who expected them to move? And I found out that the one guy that the landlord was friendly with says that he told him that he wasn't living there anymore, which he doesn't even know these people or their real names. Neither do I. And so he's like, that guy is like, he's gone, but the girl that's living there asked for more time, so I gave him another week. And I'm like, I'm not happy about that because I don't get mad like right away. I like process things, so I'm not yelling at my landlord. But when I got off the phone, I was really fucking pissed. I'm like, I'm telling you, these people are criminals. I'm telling you that they're scumbags, and if you give them an inch, they're gonna take more than that. That's just the way they are. It's like, why are you showing any signs of weakness to these people? But I don't say that shit at the time. I processed it. I just said I was upset. I said I'm upset about you giving them another week. because, you know, he said if they're not out by next Sunday, then he's going to put the eviction sticker on the door. Here's the problem. They might not leave with the eviction sticker, and I'm scared of myself. I am afraid of what I might do. And like, I get irrational, crazy, angry. Like, my health don't mean nothing to me. You know, I get that wanna die type, death wish type anger, man. I'm talking Death Wish 1974 type anger, not the Jodie Foster movie, the Brave one, which is sort of a cool movie, or the Bruce Willis one, which frankly made no sense at all to me. What the heck was that? That didn't have anything to do with the first movie. They just like to borrow the title and cash in on the title. But anyways, I get so damn crazy. It's like, and I'm avoiding these people, and it's like I'm simmering, and that top of that pot is shaking and shaking and shaking, and it's getting worse and worse. And now I got to wait out another 5 days, and I got to worry about, I'm worried about people breaking in here, and I'm not going to sleep until 4 and 5 in the morning. And this is still going on, and my landlord, for some reason, is being compassionate. Maybe he knows deep in his heart that that eviction sticker is not going to mean anything, but it means he can call in the law 1 week sooner. That's the only thing that's going to get rid of these criminals is the law, or my way, which I don't want to resort to. And I'm not talking about me, of course. I've got no illusions about my tough kindness. I just got a real bad temper. But there's other things that can be done, other measures that can be taken. But I can't live like this, man. It's fucking killing me. It's messing with my taper. And I'm already thinking about canceling an upcoming appointment, but I scheduled my bone scan appointment for all the way in August, hoping this crap will be over with this. You know, I'm just kind of like, I got to put off my life because of these people, you know, and then not want to kill them. I mean, whew. You know, I just want to chase them all out of here with a machete. I'm just glad I don't keep a gun, because I chase them out here with a gun. And I just talked to somebody, and he's like, you don't know what they got. And I was like, you don't get it, man. You know, this guy should know better, but he was high out of his mind anyway. But I was like, you don't get it, man. It's not that I'm not worried about them having guns. It's that I'm not worried. It's not that I'm worried about them having guns. It's like, I don't care if they have guns, man. I don't care about consequences. It's like, don't you know me? It's like, I get in that state. I don't care what happens. And I guess that's from growing up around a father where you can't express your emotions safely, so you have to repress them, and then having to repress your emotions further because you got CRPS, which means even losing my temper that little bit I did by yelling through the door today, I won't be able to eat for a couple of hours. It's a hell of a way to live. But yeah, but everybody's telling me like you should move, and I'm like, I learned my lesson about that, man. Wherever you go, there you are. And wherever you go, there people are. People are the same everywhere. You know, my landlord, you know, I get along with him good. Otherwise, he's a good guy. He's just way too lenient and way too nice. And he likes to give people second chances. You know, he'll look on somebody's record and see if they got a little sketchy stuff on there. He'll be like, well, you know, because it makes him feel good when it works out. The problem is when it doesn't work out, it makes me feel bad. It makes the people that are other people in the building suffer, you know. So, I don't know. I'm like old school Marshall Dillon type, man. I don't believe in cutting nobody no slack and giving nobody no chances. It's like, first of all, you don't know how many chances they had before that. Like, you don't know who, you know. And that whole thing, I've had people living in this building where they could cry, women specifically, they can turn that stuff on and off like a faucet, man. They can cry and try to play on your emotions 1 minute, next minute, back to what they were before, man. There's sociopathic. I remember that one person that lived here, her name was Bootsy. You may remember Bootsy from listening to me before, but She was crying and crying and crying and carrying on. And I'm like, listen, I told you, I'm not loaning you any more money until I see what you already owe me. You ain't walking out of here. Here's the deal. I said, listen, this is just to get rid of you, but here's the deal. I can loan you $20 more, even though I said I wasn't going to loan you $20 more. But you don't ever come back here again asking me for money. Ever. And I said, if you come to the door with your throat cut and you need money to stop the bleeding, I walk over your corpse. Is what I said to her. And the point of that being that once she got the money out of me, them tears were gone. She was like, I said, that's your choice, man. If you borrow money off of me today, I don't give a damn what your circumstances are or anything. And I used a bleeding to death example to show her what I meant. I said, I don't care. You'll never get another dollar out of me. But if you make good on what you had before. Now, I told that horribly. I apologize. I'm still not right in the head from my temper. The point being is I told her, if you walk with money out of here today, that's it. I don't care if you come back here bleeding. I wouldn't give you money to stop up the blood. I don't care if you come back here with... I'm tempted to remake this video. I am just freaking flustered. I'll repress all that rage. Growing up around violence and violent people. Problems getting solved with blood. I can't even keep track of that story myself, or whether I could even fix it. But anyways, the point with the whole thing of me was to try to show an example of how some people can just play on your emotions, just like they're like virtuosos at it. They're like Paganini with the violin, on those tears and words and facial expressions and stuff. Yeah. These are crazy goddamn people, man. They got one of these big garbage cans that are supposed to go on the side of the house, parked on the porch next to the mailbox. Been parked there for 2 days. I took it as a good sign that they were maybe moving out, because maybe they were cleaning the place up and didn't want to carry stuff all the way out to the garbage cans. But it's still there, and they're still there. Same criminal scumbags. And I saw the same guy that I saw dealing drugs 2 months ago here. And, the law can only do so much for you. And if you want to go extracurricular outside the law, that has problems of its own. But it is an option. Anyways, I don't know. I don't think I can talk out my anger. I don't think using my words is gonna work. I'm too angry. I don't know. I don't want to. I can't. I have to avoid these people. I'm that angry. It's like I don't want them to think they're afraid, that I'm afraid of them, because I'm afraid of myself. I'm not afraid of them. I don't want to talk to them, and I will lose my temper, and bad things will happen. And everybody likes, I don't know why people are like that, but everybody likes to brag about how bad they are, or how tough they are, or like how bad their temper is, or when I get mad and all that stuff. It's not stuff to brag about anyways. I ain't bragging about that. I wish it was different. I wish I was different. But I'm not. I know myself. And I know that, I know that I got some violent tendencies buried deep within me, and that I lose my temper. And that's it. There's going to be some blood lost, one side or both sides, period. Yeah, that's what's going on with me. I did have a couple days in there where I doubled up on my taper. Like I said, they're making me screw up on my taper, which is making me more angry even thinking about it. But I had a couple. I'm trying to moderate my sleeping to try to get to sleep before 4 and 5 in the morning, and I've tried everything, including taking half a milligram instead of a quarter milligram of Xanax. Nothing really works. I don't go to sleep until I'm ready to pass out. So, yeah, I did that a couple of nights. I might as well be honest. I screwed that up. I'm still not taking that much. I had 30 pills ahead. I'm ahead like a whole prescription right now. Um, I'm, the doctors didn't call today, but I'm supposed to pick up a script tomorrow. But yeah, yeah, man, I don't know what to say. I guess I won't say anything. I don't know. I could try to tell a joke. Sometimes I like to tell a joke. I would also like the tonal shift into a joke. That might be interesting. So, three businessmen are going to this meeting. They have a grand old time. Everybody's getting all drunk and lit. And they're driving home, but they're swerving all over the road, man. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. And the one guy says, "Look, man, you can't drive for shit. Let me drive." And the guy that's driving says, "I am the most sober guy in this vehicle. It says, ain't none of us fit to drive if I can't drive." And the third guy says, "Well, then pull over by the side of the road, man. And we'll put up a tent. I got a tent in the back of my car here." And he goes, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, we'll pitch this tent and we'll sleep it off until we get a little bit more right in the head. And we wake up in the morning, you know, then what are they going to bust us for? Nothing." He's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So they get the tent out and they set it up. And their three guys are laying in the tent there on their backs, side by side, cramped into this little tent. And they all pass out at about the same time. The guy on the left wakes up in the morning. He says, "Man, I feel like shit, but I'll tell you what, I had a good dream." And the other guy wakes up, says, "Oh yeah?" And the third guy wakes up and he tells the guys, "Listen, I had a dream that Megan Fox was giving me a hand job." And the guy on the other side, he says, "You know what? That's kind of funny because I had a dream that Scarlett Johansson was giving me a hand job." And the guy in the middle says, "You guys are lucky. I just dreamed I was skiing." Do the hand gestures help? Not if you've heard it before. Anyways, that's one of my favorite jokes. Of course, I, I'm not in any uh, frame of mind to be telling any jokes. But anyways, until next time, adios.